Now, there are two different levels of projects, and we're going to go through what those levels are. The first is called a project group. So on the left-hand panel, you'll see projects in a pretty big font. Then you have projects below that with a globe to the left of it. I want you to highlight that projects with the globe to the left of it. And you'll notice that in the upper ribbon, we have a series of icons. In the black ribbon, we have a series of icons. The first one is a plus with a create below it and a downward-facing arrow. I want you to click on that plus and the downward-facing arrow, and you have two options. You can create either a project or a project group. I want you to select the second option first, create a project group. On the right-hand panel, a new Create Project Group window has appeared, and the cursor is flashing inside the name text box. This is where we can name a project group. So I am going to call mine Rich's Project Group. You can name yours whatever you would like to name it. I'm also going to put in my description that this is for my 01/12/2021 demo seminar. Notice that that is the only thing you can do here in a project group. So one of the other examples that I often give for project groups, let's say I've got an R&D set of folks and I've got a QA/QC set of folks. Maybe I want R&D to only have access to R&D data. I don't want them seeing QA/QC data, and vice versa. I don't want QA/QC mucking up anything in R&D. Well, I could create those two different project groups and then create a series of projects below them and only give R&D people access to the R&D group and QA/QC individuals access to the QA/QC group. Another example of something like that is I have a laboratory in New York, I have a laboratory in Los Angeles, and I have a laboratory in Orlando. Maybe I would like to create 3 different groups so that those individuals in my New York laboratory are not looking at data or instruments from my Orlando laboratory. Or there could be some, maybe managers that you would like to have access to all 3 of those. That's perfectly fine as well. But it's just another way to logically separate out how your data and your methods and sequences will be saved. So once you've created the project group name and description, select the OK button. And that creates the project group. Now, if you are very observant, you might see that that project group has a slightly different icon to the left of it than the project that is entitled OpenLab CDS 2.5 in that same panel on the left-hand side. It is an icon that contains 2 folders, which is a visual cue to anyone using the system that this is a project group. Now, no data, sequences, methods, results, or report templates can go into a group. Instead, they must all go into a project.